Amin Elhassan, front office insider. You got insight into this. You were in the Suns organization. But first and foremost, like, let's talk. The story is his story, actually. Just got married. You don't put that complaint publicly that you don't want to be where the wife has you. And not to mention, there are certain things you can learn from being in the hair salon. Hell, maybe you watch Jody sling all-purpose dresses. I don't know.
Get up and go.
You know what I mean? But there's a lot to be gained from being in the hair salon. So why would you want out? But why wouldn't you want out of a team that's got the worst scoring differential in NBA history through 3 games?
That's the funny thing about this whole situation. First of all, he actually was at the hair salon. That's a fact.
You've already
he was at, this is confirmed.
verified this.
He was actually at the hair salon with her, and so I think the tweet is kind of one of those nice ambiguous things where it could have been this, and it also could have been that. I don't want to be here anymore.
Like Boogie Cousins getting hot yoga?
Yeah, kind of, right? So, but when you talk about this team, it's not just these first 3 games, because as John Gambadoro down in Phoenix reported, Bledsoe asked for a trade before the season started, weeks ago. So this is part of a continuing pattern of star players or the best player in Phoenix saying, I don't want to be here anymore. Goran Dragic, the Morris twins. At some point, if you are a Suns fan and you're saying, these players, you got to stop and say, well, why does everyone not want to be here anymore?
Yeah. Big question now is, where does he go from here? I mean, there's some options out there already. Every team,
Sixers.
every team has been sort of fantasizing, or their fan base has been fantasizing about getting this kind of piece. But where can he go?
Well, I mean, first of all, we got to assume that the trade package is going to be trash, because Ryan McDonough subscribed to the Phil Jackson school of trade value. Just kill my trade piece in the market, and then everyone gives me awful deals. But you're talking about 4 teams here. Denver, you've got now I'm drawing a blank. Denver, the Knicks, the Cavs, the Bucks, and the Clippers. 5 teams.
I like the Bucks.
I can't count. 5 teams.
Okay.
But all of them are kind of offering something that can only affectionately be called as a poo-poo platter.
Right.
It's just not the choicest of things to offer. Honestly, I think Denver's probably in the front runner. They need that help more than anyone else. We talk about
Moutier.
I think Moutier is the kind you kind of have to move on off of him. If you're the Suns, in addition to picks or whatever, you're looking at Moutier as, well, maybe it's something I can rehabilitate, as opposed to a Cavs package would be Channing Frye and Iman Shumpert.
Right.
That's not really sexy. A Bucks package would be John Henson. That's not really sexy. In the Clippers, well, maybe they could put something together.
Right,
but
DeAndre said, come home.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little tough.
I would love to see it be Okafor and Bayless for Bledsoe and Chandler. That seems to work.
Why would Phoenix do that?
I don't know. Why would they do half the stuff that they do? But I'm talking about life coming at you. You want to talk about life coming at you fast? This was an exciting young team that was in a free agent mix for Blake Griffin in the offseason, and now look at them.
Yeah,
Iron coaches and whatnot.
They want to get away.
Over the weekend, D-Wade said he was searching for his role. Well, he's found it, coming off the bench. Approached Ty Lue about the move on Sunday, a day after he shot 2 of 8 in a blowout loss to the Magic. J.R. Smith, who had been unhappy with his demotion, goes back to the starting lineup. Lue says the move was permanent, or is permanent. Wade averaging 5.7 on 28% shooting with a 1.6 player efficiency rating.
Is that bad?
When me and Coach spoke, when I decided to, before I decided to come here, when I was thinking about coming here, we talked about the units. We talked about the team. A lot of with Isaiah being out, what the team was. And we both talked about the opportunity for me to kind of lead the second group. But we also both talked about what I've always done my whole career, is I've always started. And that's what I know. So, our goal was to try that and see how it was. But, I just decided earlier than later just to get to the unit where, I'll be more comfortable in and, can probably be better with this team in that lineup. So why wait? 3 games in, why wait? I wanted to get in there, with those guys.
I'm a big believer in that self-awareness is the best awareness. And I just applaud D-Wade. Obviously, everybody knows he's a consummate professional, and there's a reason beyond just his basketball ability why the Cavs wanted him in that locker room, is because he would do something like that. He knew that eventually they were going to get to this move. So why make it uncomfortable? Why even play it out? You know what it is, go to the bench. So I think this is a great move for the Cavs and for him personally.
You applaud D-Wade, I applaud Coach Ty Lue. Because at first I was like, well, didn't they figure this out before? LeBron plays best with shooters around him. Having Derrick Rose and Dwyane Wade on either side doesn't really help him. But then here's what you figure out. If you're Ty Lue, you say, hey, D-Wade, get on the bench. You're coming off the bench with J.R. Smith. friction, animosity. Yo,
Yeah.
do you know who I am? You see my
Right.
resume?
Right.
You let him arrive at that point on his own. It was his idea. It wasn't my idea. D-Wade wanted to do it because he saw.
And then you can make him look good.
Exactly. Makes him look good, makes him feel good, makes him feel comfortable with this. And honestly, like you said, it's better for D-Wade. Why would you want to play with the non-shooters and the starters? You come off the bench and you're a playmaker. The ball's in your hand as opposed to playing alongside LeBron.
That's also a good way to handle management too. Make them think it was their idea, and then anyway, don't need to give away those secrets. No, it's absolutely true because a lot of people talk about being a good teammate and don't actually walk it. Like at this point in his career, he's like one of the greatest two guards of all time. Got his rings, here to contribute and get another one. You're right, he fits better with the second unit. The only thing I would ask you though is what happens when Derrick Rose comes back because he's supposed to be the point guard with the second unit. Right. So is it maybe not the same problem, but similar issues as it relates to chemistry with the second unit?
Well, I think the thing to keep in mind is it's not that LeBron has to have only shooters with him.
Right.
It's just you can't have that many non-shooters with him.
That many, yeah.
if you're D Rose playing alongside LeBron is a breeze. You're getting out on the break. You're getting a lot. I mean, we saw that in the first game. How many times he got out in the open floor and just got easy buckets. Everyone loves easy buckets. That's not as much of an issue when there's only one non-shooter playing alongside him. When you got multiples, that's when you have an issue. But again, I think this is going to work out for him. And they have an entire year because we know the Cavs don't have a whole lot of priority on the regular season wins.
Yeah.
They know their goal is April, May, and June.
And him saying, Coach, you were right in what you said. And it really does, it just sets an example. Like he's already famous for saying to LeBron, if we're going to win in Miami, it's got to be your team.
Right.
Like J.R. Smith, take note. You were upset. Stay engaged. Now you're back in the starting lineup. Any young guy, anybody else on this team can say, look at what D-Wade just did, said I'm coming off the bench.
And I think, again, I don't want to belabor the point, but Ty Lue deserves credit because how many coaches like, my way or the highway?
Right.
And he's like, no, we're going to arrive at this place logically so that we're all okay with it at the
3
end.
games in.